Hiya crafty folks, Amy here with Amy's Wares, and I'm going to show you how to dry emboss with your stencils. So let's jump right in. Now this new spinning line stencil is from a Colorful Life Designs. It's part of the brand spanking new July release. Tons of awesome geometric stencils in this release, so be sure to check out the rest. I have a piece of metallic gold cardstock. This is 6x6 in size, just like the stencils, so I decided to just use the full panel. I have my rubber mat and my embossing plate that came with my Spellbinders Platinum 6. You can see here I'm going to use the base first of all, and then I'm going to use the rubber mat, lay that down next, and then I'm going to use the paper in the stencil, which I decided to mint tape together just so there's no shifting. I don't want it to kind of move and muck up the design. So this is just another precautionary measure, but you don't have to do this step if you don't want to. So I'm just going to lay that down on top of the mat. So the rubber mat, the cardstock, the stencil on top, and then the embossing plate that came with it on top of it. Now I do run this through, but I can feel that there's not a lot of tension, and I want that design to really pop out. So this would probably work as is. I don't do a reveal because I can just kind of feel that it's not quite enough pressure. So I decided to hold this whole bundle together. I don't want it to shift. And then I grab my metal shim. So this is pretty dinged up and well loved, but I'm going to put that in the bottom of the whole shebang. So now on the bottom of the sandwich is going to be a metal shim, and this is just going to add some additional pressure into the sandwich to really just drive that stencil down into the metallic cardstock and kind of amp up my design. So this feels a lot more correct to me at this point. So use whatever sandwich you need for your particular embossing machine, but I find this is what works best for me with this dry embossing technique. And you can already see that it's just pushing up through, and look at that. Isn't that so fun? It's like making your own embossing folders but using your stencils. So just yet another amazing way to use your stencils. And this is why I love them, guys. They're just so versatile. Anyway, I cut down the 6x6 panel slightly smaller than A2 size, so there's a little bit of a white border, and I have an A2 size card base, 110-pound Neenah Classic Crest Solar White, and I didn't want to waste that pretty metallic cardstock, so I cut off a little strip, and I'm just going to attach that on the inside of the card panel, or sorry, the card base, just to kind of give some continuity and interest on the inside of the card, and not to waste that pretty cardstock. So I'm going to liquid glue that with my Barely Art and drop it, nearly ruining my card base, but thankfully it fell the right way. And I'm just going to line this up right on the edge, just on the inside of the card base. So I get that ready to go, and then I will use some tape runner just to attach the panel onto the front of the card base. So I'm just going to kind of use my bone folder here to just reinforce the crease, make sure that stays down for me, and fight with the pin on my glue for, a year and get that closed up. So I'm just going to grab my tape runner here and all the little bits that want to come along with it. A bit of a train wreck. Look at this, guys. Such struggle bus today. Anyway, so I'm lining this, the edges of this card panel here with my tape runner, and I'm just going to attach that right in the center of my card base here, leaving that nice even white border all the way around it. Just kind of figuring out what direction I want the composition to be, but this is always such a fun way to use stencils, maybe in an unexpected way. We always default to, ink blending or putting some sort of, glitter medium through it or foil or something like that. But you can do so many things with them. You can watercolor with them. You can dry emboss with them. The possibilities are endless. And with such a reasonable price point, it's just so much mileage out of your crafty products. So here I'm just shopping my sentiment book. This is my storage solution for my die cut sentiments. I have little baseball card pockets. You've probably seen me use this many times, but this system works really well for me just to kind of have a lot of the pieces parts ready to go. And I did use liquid glue to kind of put that down. Was a little fiddly. I did have to kind of brush away the little oozy bits because it really does show on a metallic cardstock. And this sentiment, I apologize, is coming in and out of focus. I don't know what was going on with my camera, but anyway, it says, friends don't let friends do stupid things alone. So here for you, and then that sentiment I'm going to put on the inside of the card. And that sentiment is from LDRS Creative. I just recently placed my first order with them, and they have these stamps that have a bunch of sentiments and then one coordinating die, so it cuts them all out in one go. Super handy and great for people that batch a lot of cards like I do. So I will link all the products that I used in the video description box below the video. If you expand that and scroll down, you'll find those details. But don't forget my coupon if you decide to check out the July release at A Colorful Life Designs. Tons of fabulous geometric designs this month. Great for all sorts of different cards. So use my coupon and save on your complete order if you shop. And I'll check you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.